Right. Well, Carl, we've had the press conference. They had one in Saudi, but now they've done it here in London. I mean, we can read too much into these things, but what do you think after looking at them both today?
I don't know what Usyk's weighing, but it looks bigger.
Absolutely.
I don't know if that's an advantage or disadvantage because it might slow him down. So you never know. But I don't think he's stupid enough where he's going to go that big where he's sluggish and slow. And he'll be working with his new weight. Look, Evander Holyfield took a few years to develop when he stepped up to heavyweight from cruiserweight, and he was young enough to do that. He disappeared for a bit, didn't he? Don't know what he did, but he came back looking meaty, and he was solid. Then he could compete with the real heavyweights. Usyk's already proven he can compete with the top heavyweights after what he did to AJ. Let's be honest. Let's not pull any punches. He got conclusively outboxed, and then he got absolutely beat up in the last round by Usyk. And Usyk, to me, looked like he was in second gear. He looked like he was just doing what he had to do, just to keep his man at bay, just to keep him out of the way and pick the shots. He's winning the rounds. Every time he sits down in the corner, he's winning the rounds, being told, yeah, you're winning. And then when he slowly stepped it up and started to get to AJ, he started to look like a bit of a bad beating. And the way he finished that first fight made me concerned for the rematch. He's made some big changes, AJ. He's changed his coach. I'm against that, but I'm biased because I'm Rob McCracken. He was my whole career, and I lost 2 fights, and I came back, stuck with him. I got the rematch with Kessler. I don't think I'd ever beat Andre Ward just because of his style. And he's quick and he's awkward. But that aside, I wouldn't blame Rob McCracken for that. AJ's obviously stuck something on Rob McCracken's shoulders and thought, right, I need a change. I need to do something. So sometimes a change is good. Hopefully, this change for AJ can mean that he'll get his mind back, his mindset. He's got all the physical attributes. He's bigger, he's taller, he's heavier, stronger, he punches harder. If he leans on his opponent, it's going to be hard work for Usyk. But if that mind's not correct, I was quite a nervous amateur, and when your mind's not on it and you don't believe in yourself, you've got a whole mountain to climb. Just you don't believe you're going to win. You're throwing punches and shots come back, and Crolla knows what it's like when you're negative. You feel like you can't beat somebody.
Yes.
If you feel like you can't beat somebody, it's very difficult to
happen,
start beating them unless you catch them with a shot and you see him wobble and you think, oh, he bleeds. A bit like Rocky IV when Ivan Drago gets a cut. You think he can do it. And I think Anthony Joshua's lacked belief since the Ruiz loss for me.
Carl, away from boxing then for my question, how good is it to have Forest back in the Premiership? And will you be involved in the season? Will you be getting their home or even some away games? Will you be there, mate?
I'm jumping on the bandwagon. We're in the Premier League. I've always been a Forest fan.
That's what I mean. You have genuinely always been a Forest fan, haven't you?
I'd done my ACL back in the day. Ruptured my anterior cruciate ligament. And I was down Forest, and the surgeon Derek Bickerstaff. But the guys that were there, Grant Holt, Des Walker, Chris Commons, them sort of players that were around then, I was good friends with them. I was training with them and I enjoyed it. Now it's all new young blood.
Yes.
But it's a club. It's not about the players so much. The players are brilliant, but the goalkeeper's already done one.
Yeah.
It's hard to love the players so much.
Yeah, the same kind of loyalty and love. Yeah.
But the club itself is a massive club. 1979, 1980, back-to-back European.
Yes.
I played tennis for one of the geezers.
Brilliant.
Yeah. And John Robertson. Do you remember John Robertson?
Yeah, Scottish.
What a top player. He's down David Lloyd playing tennis. Do you know what I mean?
Brilliant,
It's amazing. So, my heart's with Forest.
Always,
good. Now they're in the Premier League, I'm looking forward to some big matches.
Just before you let you go, I know the way you've spoken about why we're here today, you then fancy it's going to be repeat, not revenge?
Absolutely, yeah. I just think that for Anthony Joshua to beat Oleksandr Usyk, and he's a brain transplant, because he's got all the physical attributes, but I don't think he can beat him. And that's nothing against AJ so much. Usyk's that good.
Yeah.
He's brilliant. Look at his amateur career. Look at his undisputed reign at cruiserweight, and then look at what he did. He stepped up. He dipped his toe in against Chisora, and then he did what he did against AJ. You know what I mean? I just think for Anthony Joshua to win this fight, he needs to be totally on his A game. He needs to thoroughly believe in himself, which I don't think he does, and he needs to just wipe out the team that's on him for sponsorship and on him for endorsements and on him for business side, because I don't think he's putting the work in. And I know he's not putting the work in with the sparring, especially in that last fight. And you've got to be a fighter and a boxer, and you've got to do the fundamentals. I used to do a 12-week training camp, and if I had never cut corners ever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If he could do that and he could believe in himself, he could maybe get the win. But you've got to say he's a massive underdog.
You need to get off that fence. You need to start speaking your mind, Carl.
Mate, it gets me into trouble. It means I don't get invited back on to places like the Zone. But you know
Tell
what?
the truth.
I don't give a shit.
Do you know what? But just a final one. Crolla won't come out of retirement for all. You could give him 10 million. He's not coming out of retirement. He's happily retired. Are you in, I think
10 million.
Well, maybe
I'd
you would.
trade him.
Yeah.
I'd drag him out of bed.
I was going to say,
You're dead right, one.
You look like you can still do a bit, but you're in the same kind of camp, aren't you?
Yeah, I won't.
happy.
Don't listen to one of these silly YouTubers that think they can fight once a
Can
bit.
flatten them.
You know.
You fight one of them.
Easy money for a fucking YouTuber.
Yeah.
They love me money.
Dead right.
I don't mind. That's all good.
Carl, good, thank you, mate, anyway.